Dear students, I am Dr. Toy Jaksha, working as Assistant Professor at Government Science College, Asan. You might have known the vegetation of an area is constantly affected by the environmental conditions. The vegetation which grows in an area directly depends on the type of environment. The environment of an area includes the factors such as climate, soil, topography, and living organisms. Hence, the vegetation is influenced by all the below factors such as climatic factor, edaphic factor, biotic factor, and as well as topographic factor. Today I am going to talk on edaphic factor. Let us see what is edaphic factor, how it influences on the vegetation. The factors which related to the structure and composition of the soil are called as edaphic factor. Before going to study in detail of edaphic factor, let us see what is soil. The soil is defined as the part of the earth crust where the plants grow. The soil consists of fine powdered mineral particles of the rocks combined with the decaying organic matter. The process of soil formation is known as pedogenesis and it is very slow process which takes more than 1000 years to produce 1 inch thick soil in the nature. The pedogenesis occurs by withering of rocks which is brought about by temperature variation, rainfall and also glaciation etc. So the soil. So if you study on soil, so first we have to study structure and composition of the soil. A cut section of the earth crust shows various zones known as soil profile. Soil profile shows structure, thickness, consistency, texture, porosity, color, chemical composition of the soil. Soil profile vary from place to place and directly which influence on the vegetation. So, a cut section of the earth crust shows various zones or horizons. So, there are different types of horizons starting from O horizon, A, B, C, D and finally R horizon. O horizon contains the organic matter or otherwise it is termed as litter zone. A horizon is the top soil where we can see the fine particle of the soil. Horizon B to D, so where we can see the different stages of withering rocks. Finally, R horizon is the bedrock. So the bedrock is responsible for the formation of type vegetation in a particular place. Soil can be studied under physical and chemical properties. So, if you study the physical properties of the soil, the first one is very important is soil texture. The soil texture means the size of the soil particles. On the basis of the soil texture, soil is classified into following types. That is, number one is coarse textured soil, that is gravel. Gravel means the soil which is made up of large rock particles. In between these particles, large space are present. Therefore, the gravel has no capacity to withhold water and organic content. Hence, the gravel is not suitable for the growth of vegetation. The second one is medium textured soil or otherwise sandy soil. The sand consists of large rock particles and the sand has no capacity for withholds water and organic content. Hence, the sand is not suitable for the growth of vegetation. The third one is fine textured soil or otherwise clay soil. The clay is made up of very fine soil particles which are closely packed with very little space between the soil particles. The clay very easily lose the water during the evaporation and crossly damage the root system. Hence, clay is not suitable for the growth of vegetation. The last one is moderately fine textured soil or otherwise loamy soil. A loamy soil consists of required quantity of sand, clay and organic content. It is suitable for the vegetation. The soil texture plays a crucial role for the nutrition supply, root development and as well as moisture content. So the soil profile shows the soil structure, that is arrangement of the soil particles in the earth crust is known as soil structure. Soil structure is influenced by texture, air, moisture and organic matter. So in soil texture there are different types of aggregates, that is number 1 granular, platy, blocky, columnar, prismatic, single grained, etc. If we study the physical properties of the soil, so in case of physical properties of soil, it shows density, porosity, permeability, soil temperature, soil atmosphere and soil water. Let us study one by one. The number 1 is density. Density means or density depends on extent of weathering and particle arrangement. Porosity is the space between the two soil particles in a given volume. Permeability, so it determines the movement of water in between the two soil particles or pore space. Similarly, the soil temperature is very important, is influenced by the soil color, texture and water and also by altitude and slope. Black soil absorbs more heat, sandy soil absorbs more heat and radiate it drain out quickly at night compared to the clay and loamy soil. Soil atmosphere. Soil atmosphere is the one of the physical parameter. So it contains three main gases, that is oxygen, carbon dioxide and as well as nitrogen. Similarly, soil water. Soil water is one of the important parameter. The soil water means the water present in the soil in different forms of precipitation is the source of water to the soil. Of all the types of precipitation, the rainfall is the most important source of the water to the soil. So, soil water acts as a solvent for many minerals and organic matters. It maintains the texture of soil, that is particle arrangement, and supports the soil microorganism. Soil water can be classified into different types, that is number 1 is runaway water, number 2 is gravitational water, number 3 is capillary water. Let us see what is runaway water. When the rainfall to the soil surface, about 60% of the rainwater flows on the soil surface along a gradient is known as runaway water. Second one is gravitational water. It is known as runaway water. About 15 to 20% of water percolated into the earth crust due to the gravitational pull. This is known as gravitational water. The third one is capillary water. About 20 to 25% of water is retained in the space present between the soil particle. This is known as capillary water. The capillary water is present in the form of thin film of the water around the soil particle. Of all the three types of water, only capillary water is available to the plants. The capillary water present in between the soil particle of the top soil is commonly known as field capacity. The field capacity of the soil depends upon the soil texture. Due to this reason, the gravel, sand and clay types of soils have least field capacity or water holding capacity. The low soil in which the soil particles are present size or more field capacity. So similarly, we can study chemical properties of the soil. In case of chemical properties of the soil, so we have to study the composition, soil pH, soil enzyme and soil humus. Let us study one by one. The first one is chemical composition, which consists of both inorganic and organic compounds. Inorganic compounds like mainly calcium, magnesium, etc. Similarly, trace elements are otherwise micro content, that is manganese, zinc, cobalt, etc., which influences on the soil pH. Organic content like proteins, amino acids, aromatic compounds, purines, pyrimidines, sugar, alcohol, fats, etc. So which are also present in the soil. Chemical nature of the soil greatly influences the plant growth and type of vegetation. So the second important chemical composition of the soil is soil pH. Soil pH ranges between the 2.2 to 9.6. Some soils are acidic, some are alkaline, and some are neutral. So, the soil pH determines the vegetation of an area. Warm and dry climate soil, strongly basic, acidic soil occurs in rainfall regions. So the third one is soil enzymes. In soil, there are about 50 enzymes in various types of soil. The main source of the enzymes are microorganisms, soil animals, and as well as plant roots, which catalyzes biological reactions and maintains the soil fertility and support the plant life. Common enzymes are amylase, catalases, invertase, dehydrogenases, etc. The fourth important chemical composition of the soil is soil humus. Soil humus is a complex organic substance resulting from the breakdown of plant material and organic compounds in a process called humification. So, depending upon the level of decomposition, humus can be classified into three types, that is more, moderate, and mole. More is the least composed humus, moderate is the transitional stage of decomposition, mole is the fully decomposed organic matters. So last one is soil organism. Soil organism is also very important composition of the soil. Plants and animals and microorganisms are also important components of the soil. Soil organisms play a major role in decomposition, fertility and porosity of the soil. Soil organism is of two types, that is soil mycoflora and soil macroflora. Soil mycoflora includes bacteria, fungi, algae, viruses, protozoas, nematodes, etc. Similarly, so soil macroflora includes insects, annelids, grasshoppers, ants, earthworms, snakes, etc. The soil microorganisms such as a saprophytic bacteria and fungi plays an important role in increasing the soil fertility. These organisms are responsible for the formation of humus by decay and decomposition of the organic matter. Therefore, the soil without microorganism is considered as dead soil. In altogether, all these physical properties and as well as chemical properties are greatly influence on the vegetation formation in a particular place. Thank you very much.